Winnie! Time to come in now, you hear?
Mama.
Hello, Sunflower.
Huey said something crazy today. He said we were betrothed. I said, Huey, I seen your feet when we play in the creek, and neither of us has bees for toes.
Now that'd be a sight. I think he might have meant betrothed, my darling. Picked it up from his daddy, I wager. That was a little joke we liked to make when y'all were babies.
What's betrothed?
It's an old-fashioned notion. It means two kids will get married when they come of age.
I can't marry Huey. He's my best friend.
Nor will you be made to, Sunflower. Just a bit of jesting for your folks is all. If you do get married, Winnie, I hope it will be for love, and love alone.
Seems hard.
Well, yes, love is a challenge, but it's also so much fun.
Really? As much fun as being friends?
Well, now, I wouldn't say more or less. It's just different. Falling in love is like holding a butterfly in your hand, Winnie. So vibrant and beautiful. You almost can't believe how it got there. And you're so excited that you want to squeeze it. Squish it up until you can press it into your own chest and make it a part of you. But the thing about love, Winnie, is it's gentle, too. Butterflies need space to breathe and flap their little wings. They may even fly away from time to time because the butterfly is still its own whole butterfly self. But it's chosen to lay in your hand. And that is a wondrous thing. Love is the space between having and holding, Winnie. For all its perils, it's the one language we all speak. I can't wait for you to discover it.
That is a whole lot to remember, Mama.
Well, that's the best part, Winnie. When it's real and it's true, you'll know just what to do.
Hey Dungeoneers, thanks so much for joining us for another episode of the Strahdcast. If you like what we do here, remember to follow us on YouTube or subscribe via your favorite podcast app to get notified every time we release new episodes. Thanks again, and take your listen with advantage. When last we left our heroes, Dmitri confronted his grandfather, who seemed unwilling to make amends. A chat with Drogar revealed Davian's shame kept him from reconnecting with his grandson. But with some firm encouragement from our favorite dragon dad, Davian was able to begin putting the pieces of his shattered family back together. Winnie introduced the newly christened Levi to Vasilka, who took an instant liking to the child. Their picnic complete, our heroes said goodbye to the Martikovs and made to spend their evening with the Berserkers. Arriving at Yester Hill, our heroes found the mountain folk arrayed in a grand procession, with a song in their hearts for their one and only queen. What fun will a night of frivolity with the Berserkers entail? Find out now on the Strahdcast. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Shuffle off this mortal coil and transport yourselves to the far, foggy realm of Barovia.
You are welcome, friends and adventurers. Come, make your peace this night. The beacon is lit, hope rekindled. Can't you feel it? A changing on the wind. Aye, something feels within my grasp. I can almost feel my fingers closing around it. But I dare not dream, and I dare not be hasty. But it is good to see you back.
I think Kaz externally managed to just like maintain stoic stillness, but inside is like crawled so deep inside of her own body that she doesn't really know.
She's squeezed.
Yeah. And I'm picturing like you all walking up the hill, you know, kind of up the pyramid as all of that is going on. And so by the time it finishes, you reach the top of the hill and you're with Zarya.
Yeah. Cool.
I see you've had a rather successful venture, it would seem.
Thank you for that. Welcome.
Well, you're very welcome. You know, rare as it is, I have found there are occasions in which brute force will not suffice. And in such instances, the Berserkers have always kept a proud heritage of poetry alive.
Remarkable.
I must apologize. My sister was the deft touch. My musings are far less erudite than hers would be, but I hope you liked it nonetheless.
Kaz blushes.
That was really cool. Did you write that?
Aye, indeed. Seemed only right to deal in a triumph when heroes come back to roost. Friends, we need not stand on occasion nor record. Make yourselves at home. Come, lads! A light shines in the sky, and a fire burns in my belly. I need a drink to quench it!
Oh, we got something for that!
Well, it just so happens we come with a delayed shipment from the Wizard of Wines.
Clunk, as she, smacks the barrel.
Charlie, now, don't you just come on. It couldn't be.
Get enough of this in me and I'll start singing.
Challenge accepted! Come on, boys! Pop them open!
Drogar hands Kaz the mallet and the cork and is just like, would you like to do the honors?
She waves them away, takes a few steps away, and throws the javelin into the barrel.
Yes!
Hell yeah, and it comes spilling out, and everyone gathers around. They start putting mugs under the spear hole. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Well, egg on my face.
As kind of the formal occasion breaks down and then people start milling about, a lot of the berserkers, they start getting rowdy, they start drinking, they start wrestling and playing games. But yeah, I mean, you have Zarya available to you. Anything else you want to do? If there is anything you want to do, we have a night with the berserkers here.
Drogar will post up at his tent and just be smoking and kind of watching the revelry and everything. But I think he's gonna take a backseat this time around and just kind of rest and recuperate.
During all of this, Winnie is standing very near to Kaz. And there's something about this. She's looking at you. This was for you.
Yeah,
Cool.
it is cool. It's,
You look nervous.
I feel nervous.
What are you nervous about?
Kind of feels like we're celebrating a victory, but I don't know. I can't help but feel like the worst is still ahead of us.
That's probably true, but I don't think that's any reason not to celebrate. Maybe more.
I've always been very willing to have a drink and think about tomorrow, but it feels heavier than it used to.
You worried about them?
I am.
What are you worried about?
I guess I thought that when we got all the gems, I would feel ready. I would feel ready to march into Ravenloft and drive a spear through Strahd's heart. I don't feel ready.
Me neither.
Far from it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't shake it.
Do you know what makes me feel more ready, even though I don't feel ready?
What's that?
You.
Me?
Yeah, because you taught me stuff that is going to make me better at whatever comes next. And if you taught me that stuff, that means you already know that stuff. I think you have a lot of stuff to teach people, and that means that you're holding it and you can teach it to you. I think you're very wise.
I've seen things go wrong. I just don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, me neither. What if we say we'll worry about it tomorrow? There's a lot scary tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. What if we say we're worried about it tomorrow?
That sounds like a really good idea.
Is there anything you would want to do tonight if you knew you didn't have to worry about it until tomorrow?
Probably. It's just hard. I'm having a hard time putting away the tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a lot to think about.
Do you want to help me with something and think about something else for a second? Just for a minute?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll race you to the trees.
I'm gonna win.
Probably yes.
But okay.
Tag!
Ah!
Run off to the tree line.
Okay.
I need to find 3 rocks.
Do you say that panting as you approach Kaz, who has reached the trees but long before you?
I told you I was
That's
gonna
not
win.
fair!
Yeah, and of course it's not fair. My legs are 3 times as long as your entire self.
I need to find 3 rocks. Will you help me find 3 rocks?
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. There's rocks.
Let's stack them.
Oh, well then in that case, these ones suck. Hold on.
Okay, you find some, I'll find some, and then we need to stack them.
Survival or investigation.
I stink at finding rocks! Why can't I find rocks?
I'm pretty good at it. 23.
12.
Yeah. So you're trying to, Winnie, the idea is it's a stack like those donut toys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Winnie, no luck. You think you think you find a good one.
Not more poop!
But no, it's a, you think you find a good one, but it's a turtle shell. It's a turtle.
Whoa,
Who
it's a turtle.
slicks off into the mud.
There he went.
It slinks off. But Kaz, you find one that is almost perfectly square. It looks almost like a brownie. And you think it would be the perfect size for the second from the bottom.
Just to approach a Winnie problem from a Kaz solution, I think she finds a rock that, like, as she goes to reach for a rock that she sees that's like half buried.
Oh, yeah.
And pulls it out, and like it just, the bottom half is rounded. Mm-hmm. So she looks down and there's like a boulder at her feet, and she just
Yes, perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
and the rounded edge just kind of like slides off.
Yes, that is the Kaz way to find a perfect rock. So that's
That's for the second from the bottom.
second from the bottom.
Kaz, that's perfect.
Now it is.
That's what you do.
I do feel a little better.
Aww.
Cut.
Break rocks. It's what I do. Break rocks. It's what I do.
Oh man, I wonder how Otto's doing.
Well, when we get back to Valaki,
It's on the
Well,
to-do
he's in
list.
Kresk, but
Oh, you're right.
Right, yes, Kresk.
He's on the list.
all right. That's a long list.
Yeah, so I think whereas before, I think Winnie saw Kaz kind of struggling to like get into the party, and she wasn't drinking a lot, which she like that probably seemed odd because she normally does and normally is.
Great.
Before she was going around just kind of like shaking hands, talking to people, catching up.
Perfect.
being, like,
Yeah.
Doing like performing leadership, but like not really feeling it and not really getting into it.
Yeah. Some of them want to headbutt you.
Yeah, and she like accepts them.
Yeah.
But unenthusiastically. Her mind was somewhere else. And now after this rock event, after this rock concert, she goes straight to the cask of Champagne de la Stampe.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
pours herself a big ole. Ooh, okay. A bunch of like berserkers are kind of crowded around it, and she walks up and she has a mug that looks, even in her hands, like a barrel, and just like and fills it up as all these berserkers sort of like halt their conversations and kind of notice how big of a container she's filling, and she just raises it up to them and just downs the entire thing. As like the disbelief grows and grows and grows.
Oh yeah, that's it. Their eyes grow wider and wider with each gulp.
Yes.
That's great.
Friends,
They all huddle around and take a knee.
I just fought a dragon skeleton, and I'm really fucking tired. But it's good to be back. It's good to be home.
Come on!
Hey!
Putting that dragon back in the ground! The light returned at last! What an ass!
What an ass! Hey, who said that? All right, we're gonna have to unpack that later.
I think that was Scud or Skoog or whatever.
That was definitely
whatever
Scud.
the fuck his name was.
Yeah, the one who like we've established is a little bit misogynistic. Yeah.
Oh, that did. That wasn't too subtle for you.
He can change, but we're mad at him.
Speaking of Scud, Olaf, as you're walking through the party, as you are making it, as you're milling about. Well, what are you doing?
So yeah, I think in stark contrast to Kaz, Olaf is like relieved of his responsibility.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, right. He doesn't have to do shit. He's not working.
Yeah. So he's like he's got his like core of like, close friends that he's kind of catching up with, but he's getting hammered like you guys did not see him do the last time.
Oh, okay. Is this like the most at home Olaf has felt since joining up with the group? Perhaps?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
And it's just like the freedom of no responsibilities. Like it's he doesn't have to worry about
Right. Ayla's designated
watch.
driver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's ever felt this way before.
Awesome. That's great. Excellent. So yeah, he's putting them back, having a good time, drinking and dancing. And as you're mulling about, you come across a pile of dudes. They're all butt naked, and they're playing ram's horns, which, as you would know, Olaf, is a game in which two long, like young tree trunks are cut down and placed perpendicular to each other, which gives kind of like a long runway that's maybe 10 feet long by 5 feet wide. And the objective of the game is you start at either end and you run towards each other and you like grapple in the middle, and you can't step over the tree branches, and you have to try and push the other one back past the end of their tree branches. So it's kind of like sumo wrestling, but in a line instead of a circle, right? The idea being
jousting mixed with sumo wrestling.
yes, yeah.
I thought they were about to tinny cling.
Oh, that too.
But why are they naked?
But yeah, so you gotta be naked for it.
Yeah, of course you have to be naked
Okay,
for it.
so Olaf
Otherwise, what's the
immediately
point?
starts stripping his clothes and goes, "Ho ho ho! I got next."
Fantastic.
Yes!
And as you climb in naked as the day you were born, Scud steps up.
Fuck him up.
He had just thrown a dude. Like as you were stepping up, he had just like thrown a dude over his shoulders and sent him flying through the air. And he looks around and he's like, "Oh, you think you can still throw hands even though you've retired now, eh, Captain?"
Oh yeah, I just traveled with Kavan and relit the beacon, fool. Let's see what you got.
Fool.
What you got, fool?
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
Big words for a man who gets a queen and his niece to do all the work for him.
Oh,
There it is.
Fuck.
There it is.
There's the problematic misogyny.
And he just spits to the side and he goes, big words for it. And he glances down. Little man.
All right, giddy up. You can play Ramshorns?
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
Big words for a little man.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so you square up. Give me, as you charge forward, give me an athletics check.
All right.
And this is going to be contested against his.
I was going to leave this fool for Ayla, but doesn't mean I can't punch him in the face first. Fuck.
Damn.
What'd you get?
A 10.
Oh, okay. So he's gets a 13 at first. So you rush towards each other and like, impact, slam into each other, and it's like all those portraits of like Greek wrestlers on the sides of pottery. You like lock up with each other, but he manages to like get low and push up into your sternum and push you back about 5 feet. Here we go again.
boy.
So you've got, so he needs to push you a total of 15 feet to get you out.
Okay.
All right. Number 2.
No.
What is it?
No.
9.
He got a 6. So
Yes!
he gets overconfident, right? He like bunches you up. He's like, soft round the belly since you've been traveling in the Queen's caravan.
Yeah, and Olaf like uses that like quick minute to like swipe his hand out, so it gives him like the leverage to get back under him, and then like push him back that 5 feet.
Great. Okay. Back to center. Go again.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. That's a 25.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That's great. He got a 22.
Wow. Yes.
So that's a really heavy one then. Yeah, take it away. What does this one look like, Olaf?
Yeah, so then I think he just like really, once he gets that momentum and gets under him, he just like fucking drives and he goes, "You stupid fool!" and just like keeps fucking pushing, and like that's just all he says.
Yeah, you managed to push him back another 5 feet. So you've got the advantage now. Let's go again.
9 again.
A 9. Oh no. Yeah, this one he's gonna have. He pushes you back another 5 feet. You're locked up really tight. So now at this point, what they do, I think they come on up after a couple of rounds. They come on up. One of them, they step over. They put their knees over the branches and snap them in half. So now you've got even less room to maneuver. Usually it's over by this point. Usually someone is best as one by now or another, but you're really locked in. You ready to go again? So if you lose one more,
Oh, God.
Scup's gonna take it.
Oh, come on. No.
Ready? Yeah. Okay. That's a 22.
Yeah. Oh man, he got a 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's almost got you out. He's feeling real cocky. How do you mesh him back?
And I think he just like maybe gut punches him.
That's
like,
it.
just,
Oh,
like,
he's fighting dirty.
and then like wraps his arm around his neck, I think, and like uses that to kind of like fuck up his leverage, like pushes his head down.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, almost like getting him into a riptide.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
One more. If you get this one, he's out.
Okay. Dirty 20.
You got a 12.
yeah, I think when he gets him that maneuver, he then like is able to get his other hand around his waist and fucking picks him up and like fucking power bombs him out of the fucking ring.
Picks him up, turns around, and then just falls back and does like the what's that called? What's that move called? Where you just like
It's a suplex.
it was
It's
a suplex.
yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
But yeah, so he does that.
We don't know WWE.
And then he stands up like fucking, like, I don't even know, maybe like kicks a little mud in his face. And he goes, "You might have won that if you could see further than your cock."
Oh my god!
And then he just turns and walks away.
Oh my god!
That was awesome. Yeah, sit with that for a minute, Scud.
Take your dick out of your ear and listen to orders. That was awesome.
And then,
Wow.
just like grabs his crew and goes,
Yeah, and I think your boys like rushed you. Ah, let's go!
"Who needs another drink?"
They lift you up and I think carry you back to the wine cask. Yeah, at a certain point, maybe when you two, as you two are getting back, you see Olaf being carried aloft, going by.
He's naked!
Winnie, come in ride!
Oh, yeah. And he spends the rest of the night celebrating naked.
Yes.
Fan-fucking-tastic. The night of frivolity continues. Anybody want to do anything?
Can I look for rocks one more time?
No. Yes, you can.
Just once, as I'm hearing like a ruckus.
Yeah.
Kaz has already left.
How many more do you need?
2. Kaz just ran away. I'm just scanning the tree line one more time, and then I hear a ruckus, and I'm going to grab for whatever the nearest
Survival
rock.
or investigation.
Okay. Move on.
It's unfortunate. What is it?
A 2.
Okay, I'll tell you what, though. Give me a perception check.
14.
Okay, cool. You're looking around for rocks, and you're finding a lot of them, but it's just finding the right ones is an elusive process.
I can hear that something is happening because they're doing this stick fight.
Yeah.
And so I want to go back to the party, but I just want to check one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, and so you do so. Nothing that quite meets the standard you're after. And so you kick at the ground a little bit maybe and turn your stout little self around and start to head back towards the top of the hill. But as you do so, you hear soft voices just kind of carrying up from a little distance down. And you see Dimitri and Irina come. They're walking amidst the
fuck out of here.
the gravestones. You
hide.
trying to listen in or peek on them?
Yeah, I think instinctually I would like hide behind a tree.
Give me a
or hide
stealth
in
check.
bush.
Give me a stealth check.
God, please.
We cut to Drogar at his tent with a pair of binoculars.
Oh my god!
It's okay.
But I've literally, I don't know if I've rolled above a 5.
Oh, that's tough.
tonight.
Throw that dice
It's a good thing we're not fighting.
They have
anything.
all been different dice.
to me. Throw those dice to me.
A 7 stealth check.
Okay.
This is like a scene from a Jane Austen romance. Like they're in the gardens and you're in the gardens and you trip.
I'm gonna give them. Their perception because they're distracted.
Oh, are they?
Oh, disadvantage?
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Okay.
By
that,
what?
that was a 3. Okay. So yeah, you duck down behind a grave, just in time as they are kind of coming up around the bend. That you don't think that they noticed you. Yeah, and as
I start back. I see them. I turn to go run. I trip over a grave immediately, and then I say out loud, "Oh, sorry, never mind. What? You're dead." And I almost failed my stealth check, apologizing to the grave, and then I hide.
That's it. That's great. That's great. Okay. Yeah, and you hide. And yeah, and you as they draw a little bit closer, come into clearer focus, you can start to make out what exactly it is they're saying. And you hear you kind of like their voices kind of drift in the middle of a conversation, and you hear Irina saying, "Well, but you don't have any on you right now, do you?" But of course I do. I took them out when we visited the swamp. What? There's a lot you can do with frog spawn. It's very handy, when it is reduced, it makes an excellent essence that can be used for a binding agent for potions if you don't have the proper ingredients on hand. And especially now that I have this new alchemy kit, it's going to be great. Look, I keep some in some vials in this pouch. And it's like, oh, no, I don't need to see. That's quite, oh, God. It's okay. It's not fertilized.
Frog spawning. Come on, man.
And she says, well, that is something.
You know, Dimitri, not for nothing, but the stitching on this little pouch is quite wonderful. Did you do this? Oh, yes, yeah. Well, you know, you pick up a lot of skills when you live alone for 10 years. And, you know, you stitch your own innards back in one too many times after a dire wolf bites them out. After that, bags and clothes, they don't seem that scary. I can't tell if you're joking. I know, that's part of my charm. And they carry off down the way.
Frog spawn? Really? Innards? Oh, boy. I wait a second and I watch them go. And then she just makes a mental note. Just of boys and girls talking to each other.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then we'll take off back to the party.
Great. You do so.
Was he fucking up? It kind of seemed like he was doing all right, but also frog spawn, but also let the man cook, but also, but also what the fuck? But also, Irina must be really into him if she's listening to him talk about frog spawn.
She listens to me talk about nerdy shit all the time.
I did see. I saw a tweet.
God bless you.
I saw a tweet the other day that was like, when you're so horny that you'll listen to a man talk about his custom built PC.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Weird, that's never happened to me.
Same, bro.
Anyway, back to the party. So then at a certain point, Kasle, as you are being, after returning to the party, having this rock excursion with Winnie and maybe feeling a little more emboldened, and being surrounded by your many subjects, each of them trying desperately to give you more to drink. At a certain point, you're in your revels, maybe singing a song or whatever it is you will be about. But at a certain point, Zarya just sort of appears behind you, like you turn and she's just standing there, and she is clutching in one of her huge hands a nice big wooden mug, and she kind of raises it to you swiftly and says, "Having a good night?"
Better than I was. Yeah. What's in that?
Something strong enough to kill someone not as strong as us. You want some?
Yeah.
And she just hands you the mug, and she has like another one clipped to her belt that she just pulls out.
Yeah, I think Kaz is partying. She's like starting to let loose, but I think there's still just like a little bit of reservation to it. Mm-hmm, she's not singing as loudly. She's still drinking, but it almost feels like she's drinking as a means.
Mm-hmm.
Does something trouble you, Kavan?
No, don't worry about it. Just, me and some strangers got spirited away to a pocket dimension, and now I'm the leader in charge of an entire tribe of people who are relying on me to free them and the entire valley from it. But other than that, no, I'm fine.
You're right. That sounds pretty easy.
I've been better.
I am sorry to hear.
No, it's fine.
Well, I don't mean to add to what may be weighing on you, but I would fancy a word with you if you have a free moment. Just when you've got one. Come and seek me out. I'll be in my tent.
I do. This isn't really doing much for me right now.
Shall we then?
Yeah.
Follow me.
And you kind of walk along the length of the camp, and walking through the middle of the camp with Zarya, even with all the tumult and chaos around you, I don't know, things kind of like zoom in when you're with Zarya here now. And she, as you walk, like maybe she kind of like points out a few features of the camp as you go, like she points to one of the tents, and I'm like, the main staff for that one was actually off a giant, if you can believe it, and like pointing out features as you go, and finally you end up at her central camp with the billowing smoke of the forge coming up out of it. You make your way inside. I've described it before, but yeah, it's like animal hides all over the floor. Right in the center is that huge forge, like the ones in Skyrim, with the stone basin around it and it billowing up out the side. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And she says, "Have a seat, Kovan. Can I get you anything else?"
No, I'm all right.
She says so.
Only too right. Well, come on. I wanted to talk to you, address some things. I wanted to see if we couldn't maneuver our way through this tension in the air. And by that, of course, I mean that you are, by all rights, queen of this place now. And yet, I still give orders to our tribe from day in and day out. I hope you do not take offense that I still give orders and commands to the troops while you are away.
No. It's only right. I know I've said before I can't be here as much as I'd like to. It feels a little odd getting entrusted with this leadership when I can't really lead.
Well, there's all types of leaders. Some by encouraging word, other by great deed, some by example. You, I think, Kasle, fit neatly into the last. You must be about your business, then we must be about ours. But all the same, you are our queen, and it just goes without saying that you could tell me to do anything, and, well, I just have to do it.
Oh my god.
But why? Why me? All of this party, the songs, the fires, I didn't choose any of this. Why me?
You think anyone who's ever done anything great has asked themselves that question, Kasle? Come. Sit.
And I think she drapes one arm across your shoulders and walks you across the tent and sits you down.
I know what'll loosen you up.
She opens up a cabinet, and from it she pulls a nice wooden bowl and what looks like a nice pitcher. And she pours, and from out of the pitcher comes a steady flow of water into the bowl. And she puts the pitcher back in the cabinet, takes a washcloth, throws it over her shoulder, and comes back across and sets the bowl down in front of you.
It can be difficult to know our paths, Kasle. Our lives, well, it's true, are long, and well, they're the longest thing we ever do. In the grand scale of things, they're rather short. And the thing about a short amount of time is it doesn't give you always what you need to reflect. For example, when you put your hand into a basin of water,
and she dips the washcloth into the water and pulls it out.
if it's steaming hot or freezing cold, there's a moment just as your fingers enter that your mind can't tell which it is. It just knows something exciting has happened.
She wrings between her hands the water dripping back into the bowl.
It's much like the quest you're on now. What you seek. You cannot tell if you're in boiling heat, frigid cold. Which way's up? Which way's down? It's hard to tell when there's so much excitement about.
She lifts up one of your arms and very gently just starts running the washcloth up and down. First on your forearm, and then across the bicep.
It could almost be, like when we all first met. It's a complicated array of emotions. Can't tell if things are getting hot or cold. All I know is I'm excited.
I think as she's running the cloth up and down, she can feel Kaz's pulse. There's so much tension. She would be able to tell right away that it still feels apprehensive, that she still feels like this tension is coming not from excitement, but like uncertainty.
What troubles you, Kevon? What weighs so heavy upon your brow? You, with the strength of all the world, what could weigh you down?
Someday soon. Maybe I'll deserve something like this. But until then, I could have done all this work and all this fighting, and it could be for nothing. I could march up to the doors of Ravenloft with you and the rest of the Berserkers, with all of their strength and all of their faith behind me. And I could still fail. Then what will all of this have been for?
Because we got to do it. Oh, Kasle. Would you look at an apple and say, I shan't eat it, for one day it'll be a core? The sweet part is the eating in the mow. Right here, right now. That's what it's all been for. To win this moment. And if this is all we ever get, then it's enough. Kasle. Even with all your strength, you cannot bend the future here and tell it what to do. I promise you. Try, and you're liable only to drive yourself mad. But enjoy the little victories as they come, and you string them together into a wonderful necklace of pearls. And that's life.
If her hand is still on Kaz's forearm, she feels as like the tension just ripples. And like as if Kaz is in several places all at once, just there is so much energy flowing through her right now. In fact, I think she even enters a rage. I think she enters a rage. And she shoots out of whatever chair she's in, grabs the bowl and the pitcher, storms towards the forge, and both hands just overhead, just throws them against something stone, and they just shatter. And after this like outburst, she's just standing there in front of the fire, just like breathing heavily, back turned to Zarya as like steam is rising off of her shoulders. What does Zarya do?
She comes over and you feel her hands kind of like trace up over your shoulders.
Kaz immediately turns around and kisses her.
I knew it was coming!
Oh my god!
Like, smacks her hands away and just like... And Zarya's bigger than Kaz, so she just like...
Yeah, she is.
She just like burrows into her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Her arms come like a deep fold, like right around the small of your back, and you feel her like squeeze as your lips embrace. You feel her squeeze even tighter into you, pull. For a moment, you break away, and she just says, "Oh, toss me like that picture."
Oh my god!
And we just see the bodies.
And we cut to black.
We see the two bodies fall into the furs and then we fade away.
Yay!
Amazing.
Romance.
Cue aggressive hair twirling.
Achievement unlocked. The Forge Master.
Oh shit!
If this was a Baldur's Gate achievement, it would say the Forge Master. Wink.
Ignite the forge.
Ignite the Forge. There you go.
Ignite the forge. Yeah, achievement unlocked. Ignite the forge.
Amazing.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Wowsies.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Campbell's gonna need a cold shower.
Everybody fucking be calm.
No, you be calm. I am calm.
So elsewhere in the camp, Drogar.
We see Drogar smoking his pipe. If it was a movie, it would be the same shot as it pans out. And the last shot, Dimitri was sitting next to him, and he had the conversation with Dimitri. And this time he zooms out, and Dimitri's not there. And he looks around the camp, and he sees all these faces, and he sees all these people, and they're all merry, and they're all happy. And he's having this moment where he's like, he feels almost outside of himself for a moment as he looks at everything that's happening around him. And we see him tap out his pipe, and he goes into his tent, and he kneels down, and he's going to cast Sending.
Okay, go ahead.
A Drogar's ending?
I know you're scared, and it's okay to be scared. The longer you stay away, the more power you give him. She misses you dearly. And he just kind of bows his head and waits for the response. There was a pause for a moment. I was like, don't make me burn another spending spell. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, I think a long time goes
Yeah, of
by,
course.
Drogar. A long time goes by, and like maybe you even start to like pick yourself back up and head back out into the evening. Not sure if it didn't go through or you didn't get it or what else.
Poor boy.
And like maybe like maybe you give like a deep sigh and you like picking yourself up to go. And like as you're standing up, she's not mad. Are you mad?
I burn another setting. Why would we be mad? We love you. We could never be mad at you. This is not your fault. And we are here always.
It's my fault. Arnie died. And if any of you else got hurt, I just don't know what to do with myself. I couldn't take it. I'm not strong enough. I was so sure that you were all furious with me.
My dear boy, come home. We will protect you always. Artemis accepted his fate, and he is safe now. Let me and Winnie protect you.
That counts as one. A big sniff counts as one. Okay. I'm gonna come to the party. I just need to find something to wear.
Can I burn another level spell? I'm at third level spells. But if I burn one of my fourth level spells, I can keep fucking talking. God damn it, I have 4 more spell slots.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh my god. A fart.
I'm leaking. The Grinch. Do you still have that shirt I gave you? Because I think that would make all of us happy to see you comfortable.
I do. It's dirty. And I want something special. 'Cause Winnie is special. I miss you all so much. I love you, Drogar. I love all of you.
She is special, isn't she? We love you too, Pasha. Come join us. You can use my purple cloak to make something nice. I'll sew.
That sounds good. Okay. I'll see you at the party.
And Drogar will just take a torch and he lights it And right underneath, he hangs his cloak, his purple cape.
Yeah.
As
Oh
like
my
so that like he can
God.
see where it is and he can kind of just come right to the tent. And then Drogar goes back into the tent. And we just see this old man taking off this armor. And he's just taking off like the breastplate. And as he takes it off, we see his figure kind of sulks down a little bit, and part of the magic of the armor is like keeping him up and keeping this. But he's old. He's 528, so he's taking off the greaves, and we hear like a cough and like a sniffle and like maybe like a fart. You know, like, oops, that one slipped out. Oh my! Must have been that boar I ate. But we see him taking off all these pieces of armor, and he wraps them on this kind of mannequin that he takes with him everywhere. And I think he just lays down on like one of the pelts, and he just like he looks up and he just like, all right, Drogar, very good, very good. Now. All that's left is to defeat. And he just falls asleep.
And I think we'll call it there.
Jeez Louise.
I can't do anymore. I'm done.
Jiminy fucking Christmas.
I can't do it anymore. The Strahdcast features Campbell O'Hare as Winnie, K. Devine-Jones as Kaz, Ned Iannacone as Drogar, Tyler Kanter as Olaf, and me, Trevor William Fayle, as your DM. You know what they call a quarter pounder in Amsterdam? A patron with cheese. Special shout out to our newest patron, Almost D&D. Welcome to the party. If you're not ready to support us financially, there are still plenty of ways to help us out. You can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Critical Fail DM, binge Madness and Mercy on our YouTube channel, and join us there every other Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time when we do live listens of new episodes of the Strahdcast. Or rate and leave us a review wherever you like to listen. Thanks, Dungeoneers, and take your day with advantage.
Yeah, let's cut back in with a PSA. Trev, hit In the Arms of an Angel, if you don't mind.
In the arms.
Perfect, thank you. If you're a small business owner that makes food, and you have a collaboration with literally any other company, bring food.
And a little guy too.
The engineers are hungry.
And the manual laborers, very hungry.
Amen. Okay, bring us back in.
Fuck did I just witness?
I don't know. That was strange.